Yo and hello everybody, Mike here, Baseball Collector. And today is a big day. Today is election day. And, it's one of those things that I've been doing this for a while. And I have people tell me all the time, one thing you don't want to talk about on a video, a sports card channel video, is politics or religion. And I always found that kind of an interesting point. And I think it's people talk about that and say don't do that because you don't want to create controversy. You don't want to create divisiveness because we all have our own beliefs. And why put that in the middle of baseball cards or sports cards? And there's some logic to that. There's some wisdom to that. And then there's the thought that, well, wait a second. I'm still a person. I'm still an American. I'm still all these things where politics, religion, hobbies, all of those things are part of me. And to separate all of that is not necessarily being true to yourself. You are who you are. And as we, as a nation, elect our next president today. We may not know who the next president is today, but we're certainly voting for that today. I think it's important to think about, regardless of which side of the aisle you're on or whatever, I think it's a sad movement that we're going through socially, that things are so black and white in our country. And I don't mean racial, I mean just you're on one side or you're on the other. And to be on one side, you have to hate the other side or vice versa. And I just think that's not very good. It's just not good for anybody. And to look, there's going to be, I live in Texas. I'm a conservative Christian. So you could take that for who you think I'm going to vote for, or who I've already voted. So who I voted for president. But that doesn't really matter in the sense that, in the sense of whether or not that should make you dislike me as a person. For example, I have tons of friends in this hobby, in this community, that I know think differently politically than I do, that think differently religiously than I do. And you know what? We're still friends. Like, I don't know why things have to be like, well, you can't like that person because of a religious belief, a political belief, or whatever. I think that is incredibly short-sighted, and there's not really a whole lot of place for that, I think, in our world. We have enough of that already. Why would we let things like that divide us? Why can't we be compromising? Why can't we be understanding? Why can't we listen to different sides of arguments? And I think we've gotten away from that. We don't do that nearly enough. We're not nearly as compromising. We're not nearly as open-minded about a lot of things in our country, and that's created a lot of division. It's funny, if you want to relate it to sports cards, you can say, well, if you're either a vintage guy or you're a modern guy. And I don't think that's true either. Do people gravitate towards one or another? A lot of times. There are a lot of guys that collect both equally. People think that I hate modern cards because I burned a hanger box of Topps 2020 in my chimenea. And that is not true. That doesn't mean I hate modern cards. I was trying to make a point with that of there's so many of them, it's not going to matter. There's just so much of it, who cares? And that created a ton of controversy. People basically wanted to burn me in effigy because of that. And that was hurtful, quite frankly. Like, how dare you, this and that. And, wow, really? That's all it took for me to set people off and get them all pissed? And can't even, There will be no comments and no thumbs up, thumbs down visible on this video. I can guarantee you that, because the last thing I'm trying to do here is incite anger, incite hatefulness, incite just any type of negativity. But then people would say, well, then why, Mike, are you making the video at all? And it's because I'm trying to encourage open-mindedness and compromise and listening to things. And like when I watch videos on cards, like newer cards that I don't necessarily, gravitate towards, I still appreciate their appreciation of it. I still appreciate their enthusiasm about it, their passion for it. Those things can coexist. No matter who's elected today as the president, our country will go on. First and foremost, I'm an American. And so no matter which person is sitting in the White House come January during inauguration, I support the presidency. I support America. And to that end, whether I agree with all the policies of someone or disagree or whatever, I wish there was just more feeling of togetherness and unity, and we're all in this together. Not unlike our hobby, where we should all be like, look, we're all in this hobby together. You're going to have your own way that you enjoy this hobby and have a passion for it. Great. Don't let anybody tell you you can't do something, or don't collect this because of that or whatever. Collect whatever you want. Even if somebody like me tells you that I think it's a bad idea, it doesn't mean it is. I'm not the, end all be all. No one is. And so my encouragement from this video, hopefully, what you take away from this video is hopefully that, I just want everybody to get along. I just want you to be friends with people regardless of their beliefs. I want you to be open-minded to people about the people you work with, the people you interact with. Social media has a lot of great things, has a lot of really negative things, I think, in terms of people just saying things that have no real accountability for that. That just, the keyboard warriors that just think they can say whatever they want. But I'm telling you, the people on the other end of that, it can be hurtful. It can hurt. I'm telling you from personal experience that when people say things about me that don't know me, jumping to conclusions, making assumptions about things, it hurts. And so I don't want people to do that to anyone about anything. It's not, it's not cool. It's not what I think we're called to be as people. And this should be a day of celebration of democracy, of transition of, peaceful transition of government. If there is a transition of government, if there's not, great, whatever. Our country will go on. There will still be baseball cards. Oh, wait, there won't be any baseball cards on the shelves tomorrow any more than there were today. Maybe if a candidate came out and said, we're going to make sure that every American can buy packs of Tops whenever they want. That might be a platform I could be and, get behind. But I'm just joking. That's not likely going to happen anyway. And again, I joke about something that's very serious, the divisiveness, the social unrest, all the things that are going on in our country. And it just makes me sad if I'm really putting it out there. It's sad that we have to be that way. And I just don't think we have to be that way. So there is my social commentary here today on Election Day. As they always say, as the president, whoever the president is, usually when they finish an address to the nation, it's may God bless you and may God bless the United States of America. And I truly hope that that happens. I hope that this election happens like we want it to, which is no craziness, no, people hating on other people. And it's just, Let's just get along. That's my message. We'll catch you guys soon. Keep collecting and go vote.